Today, I am going to break down for you the 3 steps to everlasting marriage or relationship. You can avoid divorce. I am telling you because I know most people, most relationships or couples, there are things that they neglect, there are things that they don't know, and it leads them to losing the love of their life. They end up miserable, alcoholic, addicted to drugs. Ask them questions like, what happened? What should I have done to retain my woman, to retain my man? I think I've done everything. So I understand, and I'm in your position right now, and I do understand what you're going through or what you would go through if you just don't go through these steps. So my name is Shafiq Chicos. Don't forget to subscribe on the channel Love with Chicos, and if you want to hit me up, I'm on my socials, especially Instagram. I am on it. It's Shafiq Chicos. I'm going to put it up there so that you're able to follow me. You can DM me, and then as well you can go down in the comment section, and then you type in whatever that you are asking, and I will respond to you. All right, so let's dive into these 3 steps to everlasting relationship or marriage. Let's go. Number 1, understanding leadership. In a relationship or marriage, if you don't understand the leadership structure, you are going to really find it so hard as a man in a relationship, and as a woman as well. It's going to be so difficult for you, because you see, marriage is an institution where there is just like a company or just like a president of a country, where there is the supreme, and then also there's a deputy, and then there is the structure. There are people who follow, and then when we relate it to marriage, is the man is the main is the main guy, like is the one leading, and the woman follows simply because she has responsibilities as well. So understanding leadership is, a man has to know what he has to do. He has to know his responsibility. He has to know what he has to do. He has to lead. He has to do a lot of personal development for him to understand how to run his institution, how to run his organization. And his organization is his woman and the children. So when a man, you don't understand your role as a leader in the family, it is going to affect the marriage. It's going to affect the relationship. A woman will lose respect and attraction for her man, not because the man is not good, but then it's just that he is not fulfilling his leadership roles in the relationship. And at the same time, a man will lose his attraction to his woman simply because she doesn't fulfill her roles as a woman in the home. What are the roles of a man in a relationship as a leader? Whatever that happens in the home or relationship, he takes up the responsibility. He doesn't play blame game. A man provides security, safety, and stability in a relationship. It is provided by a man. As the same way women give us respect, as love, is the same way we also have to give women safety and stability for they to perform to their best. If a woman lacks stability and safety, trust me, you're going to see things going a different direction. Women are nurturers. Women, you have to understand your man. You have to understand him very well, right from his past history. You have to know if he has trauma. You have to understand him, because you are going to nurture him to be the best version of himself. Leadership is very key, and as a man, you have to make sure that you get to understand each other's love languages, so that you are you're in sync with your characters and personality to make things work out. I'm telling you, because you may as a man, you may do things that you think are very good and romantic for your woman, yet she has never seen any good in those gestures. You are doing the right things for the wrong personality. Number 2, royalty. If you want the relationship or marriage to go farther than you ever thought in your life, you have to, understand that royalty is very key. And royalty, it's easy to, to establish royalty in the relationship or marriage if boundaries are being set. If you don't set boundaries, things are going to be so hard in your marriage. Man or woman, they don't wake up one day and say, I am going to cheat today, I'm going to cheat this week. No, they cheat. Man or woman cheat simply because of lack of boundaries. And if you don't establish that, a woman and a man, both ways, if you don't establish that, you might experience disloyalty in a relationship. And I want you to understand as well that setting boundaries, happens in the small things. For example, if your partner is hanging around with his or her ex, and you just have to set boundaries upon that, because if you don't, something that you see that is starting as a joke, you never know. You have to kill the monster when it's still little, not when it's eating up the city. So you get to realize that your woman, or your man is cheating on you, and you never expected it, simply because you lacked boundaries. There has to be sacrifices to maintain loyalty in the relationship or marriage. If any of your partner, if your partner is not willing to sacrifice a few things, let's say you want your partner to work with you, so that you be each other's space, you work together, you create the bond, the connection, and your partner is not willing to do that. If your partner is not willing to sacrifice certain things, let's say to work with you, to be with you in your space, to establish bonding, connection, emotional connection and all that, but then he rather be wherever he is working from, in an environment where you feel it's not safe, there has to be sacrifice. And it works either way. Woman can be in a space, in a working space, where a man feels insecure, and the woman has to sacrifice to leave that space to come and work and be close to his man, so that they establish the bonding, the connection. And you see, that is sacrifice. So if your partner cannot sacrifice for the relationship, that is going to bring disloyalty in a relationship, and that may lead to separation, and that may lead to divorce at the same time. Number 3, provision. I am telling you, in a marriage where a man doesn't provide, I believe it's just a matter of time for it to break, because like I told you, women love safety and stability. So here we're talking about stability. If a woman feels stable, if he feels secure about where the relationship is and where it's headed, and that is going to create a good environment in a marriage. Women are so attracted to masculinity, and she can only feel that when a man is providing safety and stability in a marriage. So, and especially there are women who grew up in a space where their fathers were providing 150%, like they never lacked. Even when they lacked, they saw how their father, the man in their home, was doing their level best to make ends meet for the family. So at the same time, as well as a man, everything rises and falls on leadership. So that is why I told you in the very beginning that with that point number 1, you have to establish leadership. But you providing is still under leadership, and is a very big point for women. If you don't do that, at some point she's going to lose respect for you. Even your kids, at some point, they will disrespect you simply because you're not providing. that is how much provision is very, very important, because it shows your importance. It shows, it gives security and stability to where the relationship is headed, where it's going. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Shafiq Chikos. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. Let me see you in the next video.